Hello, it's Kelsey Lost Focus, and I thought I'd do something a bit different than what I'm doing on my Instagram and actually read out my poems. And I want to do it in beautiful locations. So, this is my first 5 poems at a beach. This is held together. You can't look away, the colors pull you in. As the fire roars, it glistens and shimmers like stars in the night. The closer you look, you see melted pink cotton candy swirling inside the glass, beautiful and bright, but yet so fragile, glowing in the darkness, delicate but secretly breakable. I live by the fire that burns through me, creating my hourglass shape that you all love so much. Beauty comes with pain, and no one knows how close I was to breaking. Okay, so this is my second poem. It is called Eyes Open, and it's basically about wanting to live in the dream world more than the real world. So here we go. Eyes open. Living in my fantasy above the clouds, the world is vivid and bright. The dreamscapes glow with intensity. Like the shimmering light I have created, I feel alive. As my eyes open, the day starts. The world I imagined begins to fade, and with it, the light begins to dull. The silence of the room grows louder, and I can hear my thoughts. I start to move and awaken. My reality begins to creep in. Why do I wake already tired? Why do I always feel so heavy before I get out of bed? Why do my dreams hold the happiness I can't find here? Just like that, the cracks begin to show and the pain starts, and you remember all over again how hard it is to get out of bed. Every day is another victory. This is Orange. So this is my third poem, and it's actually a crowd favorite within my family members. So here we go. Orange. So soft and silky, velvety smooth, yet so delicate and gentle. What am I? Honey-toned ginger, glowing in the sun, the perfect shade of warmth that would melt your heart. As it moves beneath your hands, you feel its heat. Suddenly, a tiny hum begins to form. Its vibrations grow stronger. It moves towards you, and your hand moves with it, gliding between your fingers. Every touch somehow feels even softer. As you rub its tender pads in tiny circles, the moment is over. The beast awakens. Tiny daggers press into your skin. Now it's clear, this is an animal. Lime-tinted glass eyes stare up at you. They double in size. Now you know, that's one pissed off cat. This is my fourth poem. This is called They Think They Know. And it's basically a poem that I wrote when everyone in my life was, trying to make me feel better, and they were trying to say like, oh, it's only for a short period of time, you're only going to feel like this for a short period of time. And some people understood what I was going through and some people didn't. And so this is about that, and the fact that, people try and help, but sometimes there's nothing they can do. So this is They Think They Know. They think they know how to help me, but they don't. They feel sorry for me and send their wishes and think it helps, but it doesn't. They call me strong and powerful. They say this will make me stronger, but it won't help. I'm still in the trenches, wondering when it will get better, but it doesn't. A day, a week, a month goes by, and I get up, but then I end up back in the same situation every time, wondering when it will end and if it will ever really go back. Is normal ever possible? Will I always remember this feeling that nothing will get better, that every plan ends in pain? I want a trip, an event, a day where I am not hurting, where my body is not fighting me, just once to feel what they feel, just once to know what they know. So this is my poem called To Eat or Not to Eat. It's my fifth poem, and it's basically about the relationship that I had with food and feeling like you're not in control anymore, that your stomach kind of dictates what happens to you with food. So I don't have this feeling anymore, but the pain is still a bit raw. So here we go. To eat or not to eat. My life with food is an adventure. No day is ever the same. Breakfast, lunch, a snack, or dinner, no matter. It's always different. My stomach decides who shall pass and who shall not. A cracker, a chip, a piece of toast, or chocolate, it doesn't matter. Each bite gets a different reaction. Whether it's old guests, gluten and dairy, and now on the blacklist, alcohol, they're all uninvited. It's better to withhold than get a reaction. For life, knowing what will happen is always better than leaving it to chance. They say food is the fuel for the soul, but mine is adding fuel to the fire. Acting without approval is out of the question. I must obey and make sure I ask permission. For the question to eat or not to eat is never kind. So now it's your turn to answer the question.